Your dad's eyes? You don't say. Atlas says, well, your dad has really pretty eyes then. I look up at him again, and he's blushing as well. Probably just as much as I am. I'll let him know you think so. I'm sure he'll appreciate the compliment. That would be great. He clutches the tray to his chest. Because who doesn't like a compliment? Some people might not, but my dad does. My dad likes compliments too. Oh really, I ask, wanting to slowly melt into my chair from the awkwardness of this conversation. Glad your dad likes compliments. He does. Would you like to pay him one as well? Absolutely not. Don't know the man. Just want this to be over, but clearly, I have no ability to end this as I say, sure, I can feel Suri watching us, metaphorically with a bucket of popcorn in her arms, enjoying every second of this. Great. You might need some help unless you've met her before. Have you? No, can't say that I have. So yeah, let me think. He and I are both tall, if that's something you want to compliment. We also have the same eyebrows. And hands. Atlas holds up his hands. Lots of things to work with. Wow, that's quite a lot. Swallowing the saliva building up in my mouth and wanting this nightmare to be over. I say, well, tell him nice eyebrows. Congrats on how bushy they are. Just swallow me whole, world, please end this. Atlas smooths his fingers over his brows. Thank you. I'll be sure to let him know. Please do. Then silence falls between us. The awkward cringe of no one knows what to say takes over. And I can feel the sting of sweat break out on my neck, urging me to do something, anything to end this, to make him go away, to pretend this interaction never happened, because dear God, this might be that. Worst conversation I've ever been a part of, and it's because he's trying to be nice. Why is he trying to be nice? It's better when he's peeping in my window and I'm chucking liters of soda at him. Well, this is fun, Story finally says, breaking the silence with one leg crossed over the other and a smile on her face. Are there any other compliments you want to throw toward each other's fathers? Or are you set on that? I think we are set. I say yeah, all set. Great. Well, if you don't mind, I would like to have coffee with my friend. Story gestures to me, right? Atlas nods. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, have fun chatting. He looks between us, waiting 1 second longer than he should. He clutches his tray and then adds, yeah, okay, bye. With that, he turns on a dime but unfortunately for him runs right into another table, tumbling over it, head over heels with an ear-splitting crash. His body flips over the table, the chairs tumble to the ground, and he's up from the back, looking up toward that ceiling, his coveted tray flung halfway across the coffee shop. Oh dear God. Oh my God, Story says as she stands with a baby on her hip and rushes over to Atlas, who's writhing on the floor. Fuck, he groans. Are you okay? Tanya asks as she rushes to his side, not wanting to look like a beast who doesn't care. I stand up as well and start riding the chairs. Yeah, are you okay? Fine. He slowly stands, his large body taking up space. He packs down the sweatshirt and rides his reindeer hat. Just a brute ego is all. His eyes meet mine, and once again, for some stupid reason, I feel my cheeks flush. Do you need any ice? Tanya asks. Nah, I'm good. He twists back and forth and then side to side. Shit, my back will be fucked now. Language around flow, Story says. Sorry. He clears his throat. Well, now that I've thoroughly embarrassed myself, I think I'll go bury myself in work. Ladies. Good seeing you. He looks around and then finishes with his eyes on me. Have a good day. Have a good day. I say as he takes off, his giant feet stomping across the shop until he's gone. Well, he'll be thinking about that all day. Story says while taking a seat. You think so? Oh yeah, Story nods and breaks off a piece of cookie for her daughter. Atlas is the type of guy who thinks and rethinks things constantly. Bet you anything he'll be bothering Cole about it tomorrow as well. Are they really that close? Story nods her head. Yeah, their parents were best friends, which of course caused them to play together as kids. They grew up together, and then when Cole was 18, his parents died in a tragic car crash, and Atlas was the first one at his side. She drops a piece of cookie in her mouth. His family took Cole as their own, offered him a job, helped him through the hardest time of his life. I honestly believe if it wasn't for Atlas and his family, Cole wouldn't be around either. Wow, that's not what Uncle Dwight has said about him, but enough about him. I bet he's the last person you want to talk about right now. Tell me about you. Are you all settled in? Are you enjoying Kringle? Almost settled in, I say, trying to get comfortable, even though this new information about Atlas doesn't seem to settle well. Just have a few more things to take care of. And I love Kringle. It's so picturesque and everything I would have dreamed about living in a small town. Picturesque is the perfect way to describe it. My Aunt Cindy lives here, and when I was younger, my family visited all the time. I didn't appreciate it as much because I lived in Southern California and didn't love the cold winters, but now I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. I'm sure you'll get to that point too once you spend a little more time here. Yeah, I think I might. Chapter 12 Heading Level 1, Max, narrator. The back spasms have not stopped since his trip over the table. The embarrassment he felt has yet to subside. And the humiliation of Story telling Betty he likes her eyes is the only thing that has kept him from sticking his head in a pile of snow, because he saw the look on her face, he saw the blush in her cheeks, he heard the compliment about his eyebrows. It gives him hope. Hope that their plan might work, that he might be able to create enough time for Martha and May to find anything to block them from creating this farm. Only time will tell. Image, Story, reporting in. Max, Christ, it took you long enough. I've been thinking about your talk with her all day. Story, I know. The 17 texts asking were unnecessary. Max, sorry if I feel like you're the key to saving my farm. And it was 16 texts. Story, remember when I told you about being dramatic? Max, you're right. I'm sorry. This morning was humiliating, and I think I was trying to see if I fucked it all up. Story, no, I think the trip over the table was perfection. She seemed genuinely concerned. I told her you would be thinking about it all day, and she was surprised by that. I then gave her a brief, and I mean very brief, snapshot of who you are and how you took Cole and left it at that. Planted the seeds. Max, and now I need to water them. Story, please, let's not be corny. Max, you're the one who said planted the seeds. Story, and like always, you're the one who took it too far. You could have just left it at that. Max, you're right. I'm sorry again. So it went well. Story, yeah, she's actually really kind of cool. Max, pardon. Story, I'm serious. She's cool, sweet, fun to talk to, has a sense of humor. Max, are you sure we're talking about the same person? Because the soda wielder I know has no sense of humor and is a beast when it comes to soft beverages. Story, we're talking about the same person. I could see you two getting along. Max, oh no, you don't. Don't be getting any ideas. This wooing is pure business. There is nothing personal about it. Story, I know, but just let me state it now. If you were to date, she'd be a great match. I could see you two having a lot of fun together. I don't think she's this hard ass that you think she is. Max, I don't think she's a hard ass. I think she's a devil, the mistress of sin. Story, you're being dramatic, but I'll just let her change your mind, because mark my words, it will happen. Max, anyone trying to put my family out of business will always be the devil to me. Story, very mature. Max, we're getting off track. Enough about this stupid attraction thing. We're on a mission, and that mission is to buy time and make her feel guilty for what she's doing. So the seeds have been planted. What's next? Story, another BTMC of course. Max, and this is why I'm working with you. Story, no, you're working with me because I'm the only one who would. Max, a simple you're right would have sufficed. Image, Betty. Story, I'm on the right-hand side of the bleachers. Got a spot for you. Betty, thank you. See you there. Gosh, it's busy. I shut my car door and close my jacket tighter as I make my way through the high school parking lot toward the gymnasium. During my coffee with Story, she was telling me all about the Christmas Kringle competition and how it's one of the best things to experience while living in Kringle. She said that all the competitions are open to the public. What better way to experience the town than with a Christmas competition? So she invited me to watch the fruitcake challenge with her. Never had any serious thoughts about fruitcake. I always hear how bad it is, so it might be fun to see if these competitors can change my mind. I opened the door to the high school and followed the signs toward the Christmas Kringle competition, taking in how even the halls are decorated for Christmas. Is it like this year-round, or just for the season? What I like is that they made a garland out of cut-out hands. It seems they traced every hand in the school on green construct. Cheyenne paper, staple them all together, and tape them to the top of the wall. It's a really festive and inexpensive way to decorate that adds character to the space. Not to mention every door is decorated as well, but with different movie themes. The Home Alone one is my favorite because they have Harry sticking his head out of a fake doggy door. Obsessed. When I find the gymnasium, there's a coat check at the door. Fancy. I give them my code and then make my way to the right side of the bleachers, where I see Story, Cole, Florence, and, Atlas. Why? She spots me and waves, so I put on my smiley face and head on up to them. Story offers me a hug, and I give Cole a small wave. Good to see you, he says in a generic way. Atlas is next with his no-teeth smile. I return it and then take a seat next to Story. Evelyn is with her sister. I know this because Story said her sister wanted baby time. Wow, this is intense, I say as I take in the scene in front of me. Rubber mats run along the gym floor while 5 individual cooking stations are set up, one right next to the other, equipped with a working sink, burners, and ovens. It's like the Great British Baking Show, but right here in Kringletown, Colorado. Oh, it's very intense. Just wait, they just did the intros, and they're about to start the competition. That man over there in the red Santa suit, that's Bob Krampus. Yes, I've seen him around a bit. He's like the town mayor, right? Yup, he's a good guy to have on your side. You don't want to mess with him or his town, or Christmas for that matter. He takes it very seriously, noted. And that guy over there in the black galoshes, holding the shovel, that's his son, Bob Krampus Jr., or BKJ as everyone calls him. Yes, I've seen him around. Uncle Dwight has pointed him out. Very nice guy, but also serious about the work they do here in the town, and that. She pauses and then sweats her hand over her face. Dear God in heaven. Cole, is that you? I lean over to look at Cole, who is holding Florence. Fuck no, that's your daughter. What is happening? Story asks. Do you want me to take care of it? Atlas asks. About to take Florence? Let me check. Cole pulls open the back of her pants and then snaps them back shut. Nope. You'll gag like the last time you tried to help. Atlas squeezes his nose with his fingers, making me smirk. Because what a stupid and ridiculous thing to do. Don't remind me, babe. I think this might be a two-person job. Grab the diaper bag, Cole says. Excuse me while I take care of my daughter's bowel movements. Story and Cole work their way past us, leaving a wave of stench in their path. Oof, good luck to them. Atlas glances over at me, and I glance over at him, only to quickly turn away as an awkward and unsettling feeling sets in. I hope they are back soon. Because I can't imagine sitting here the whole time, with Atlas up close and having to. This your first time at a Christmas Kringle competition? I hear him ask. Great, let the awkward conversation commence. I'm not good at this. I'll ramble. I know I will. Not to mention I don't want to talk to him. I don't know what to say. Maybe if I keep it short and sweet, he will get the hint. Yup, I say, keeping my eyes facing forward, not mine. Been to many. Good for him. Probably because you lived here your whole life. I say, and it comes off bitchier than I want it to. And even though I'm not a fan of Atlas Max humor, it doesn't mean I should make snide comments. So I look in his direction and attempt to adjust the tone of my voice and the sharpness of my words, which, you know, gives you time to attend such events like this all the time. But people who just come to visit, it's hit or miss, you know, but you live here so you get to go all the time, and that's neat. Neat. Yup. Let the rambling begin. It is neat, he says with a nod as his eyes dart away. I was actually in the Christmas Kringle competition last year. He makes eye contact with me. I won. I don't know why, but the way he says it with such pride, like he's flashing a gold medal he won at the Olympics, makes me laugh, which in turn causes his brows to turn down. His bushy brows. I'm serious. I won. You can ask anyone around us. He taps the guy in front of us, who won the Christmas Kringle last year. The man with a rather thick mustache under his nose looks at us up and down. I don't know. Santa Claus. Then he turns around on a huff, causing me to laugh even harder. Clearly not a townie. Atlas grumbles. I can look it up on my phone. It's fine. I believe you. But do you really? Does it actually matter? I ask. Not even sure why we're talking to each other. He shrugs. Awkward silence. Not really silent. The competition has started. I say. He glances out toward the gym and then back at me. Guess so. Then he leans forward on his quads and focuses on the competition, leaving the awkward silence to fill up between us again. I'll be honest. I don't like awkward silence either, but I know if I let myself try to fill it, I'll end up saying things that I shouldn't be saying or that I don't want to be saying to him, like how when I was 6, there was a brief, and I mean very brief, moment in my life that I would collect my hair from when I got it cut, and I would put it in a clear box as a memento. That's not something anyone needs to know, but that's what grounding does to me. After a few seconds, my phone buzzes with a text. I glance down to see it's from Stewie, just as Atlas pulls his phone out as well. Stewie, sorry to do this to you, but Flo blew right through her pants, and I forgot to pack a spare set of clothes. Mom brain, she's currently wrapped in a blanket on the bottom half. We have to head home, but have fun. It's exciting to watch. Crap, seriously, what are the chances? I let out a sigh just as Atlas pockets his phone, assuming you just got the same text. He says, seeming none too thrilled. Florence needs new pants. I ask, yup, pardon me, an elderly man says on the stairs next to Atlas. Are those seats taken? My wife and I'd love to sit down. Oh, sure, Atlas says as he scoots down the bleacher, sliding right next to me. Do you need help? Want me to take your bag for you while you get settled? That would be wonderful, the shaky elderly man says as he hands Atlas what seems to be a small cooler. The man and his wife get settled, and then Atlas hands them their bag. You all set? Atlas asks. Yes, thank you. Plus, he says, introducing himself. And this is Betty. What is happening? Don't introduce me. The old man leans forward and waves. Nice to meet you. I'm Frank, and this is my wife, Leslie. We drove up from Idaho Springs for the competition. Oh, I love Idaho Springs, Atlas says. Bojo's pizza is so good. That mountain pie with the honey to dip the crust in. So good. Our favorite place to have a date. Frank says. Do you two go there often? Oh, we're not. We're not together. I say, waving my hand between Atlas and me. You're not. Frank asks with confusion. Oh, I would have surely thought you were. Frank then, not more like enemies. Frank, Atlas says with a gentle nudge of his shoulder. Our friends have to leave, which left us here together, alone. What are the odds? Apparently, pretty high. Oh, what makes you enemies, if you don't mind me asking? Atlas shifts his large body. Oh, you know, just can't seem to agree on the same things. Nothing too serious. Wait, what? He's not going to throw me under the bus? Tell these strangers that I'm attempting to put together a rival farm next to his. Given how I've interacted with him in the past, I would have assumed he would freely announce that to anyone. I'm surprised he didn't bring flyers with him to hand out to the people around us, stating what's going on, asking for support, maybe trying to rally some sort of backing on social media, really getting the word out. Well, seems like you need to have more conversations. Frank unzips his bag and hands us each a can of root beer. Maybe this is something we can agree on. He winks and then turns toward his wife, putting his arm around her and blocking us out. Pretty sure she prefers Pepsi, Atlas says while rubbing his forehead. Frank asks, oh nothing. Thanks for the drink. Atlas then shifts in my direction with what little space we have and says, I want to offer you the soda, but I fear what you might do with it. A 2-liter bottle did damage, but a close proximity chuck of an aluminum can very well might knock me out for good. Don't be ridiculous. I say, taking the can. I wouldn't do that in public. So you only hurl soft beverages on your porch. Correct, I fumble with opening the can, probably because of my nerves. And to my surprise, he hands me his open can before gently taking mine. Thanks. No problem, he says softly and then takes a sip. Can't remember the last time I had a root beer. I was always a cream soda kind of guy growing up. Pepsi girl. I say really, he says sarcastically. Wow, that comes as a big shock to me. I hate that I chuckle, because I'm not supposed to be charmed by him, and yet in the coffee shop and here, he's been able to make me smirk, even chuckle. God, what would Uncle Dwight say if he saw me talking to that enemy? He'd probably be as confused as I am and then disown me. I take a sip of my drink and watch the people on the gym floor, running around, pulling ingredients from the pantry, and going back to their stations. It's like watching chopped butter baking in a small-town Christmas competition. This gym is big, I say awkwardly, really unsure of what else to say to fill the silence. Yeah, a movie was actually filmed here, and they built an entire home inside the space. It was a big deal. Really? When? Back in the 90s. Some Christmas film. They did the inside stuff here and then filmed around town. Can't remember the title though. I don't think it was much of a hit. Oh, interesting. I purse my lips, looking around, trying to picture a house being built inside this space. My brain can't compute, and after a few minutes of tense silence that I can't take, I ask, were you good at this? The fruitcake baking. The first year, when I was helping Cole, no, but last year when I went at it on my own, I learned quickly what the judges liked, so I added pineapple to my fruitcake and used the base recipe that Story has, and I ended up winning this round. The secret is mashed potatoes, and from the looks of it, no one paid attention last year. Mashed potatoes and fruitcake? That does not sound appetizing. Cole was part of the competition, I asked, shocked. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would be a part of such a thing. Yeah, out of spite. That's how he and Story fell in love. Oh right, Story mentioned that. Said something about how you were the jolly helper or something. Holly jolly sidekick. He corrects. Not all heroes wear capes, and let me tell you, in that tale, I was the hero wearing a pair of dog ears and shorts 2 sizes too small. Wait, what I ask? Turning toward him, smiling, he pulls his phone out of his pocket, and he pulls up his photos. It takes him a second, and then he flashes me a pic. Tori, him and Cole, both shirtless, both dressed up. Oh, my God. We did a scene from The Grinch but then put a spin on it. Cole was the Grinch, and I was, appropriately, Max, his dog. Cole's later hosen were my idea, and what an idea. I've seen my fair share of male bodies, but oh my God, Atlas is. He's a giant, enormous page positioned right above a full stack of abs, with such a deep 5 cut in his hips that I fear the shorts he's wearing, even though small, might fall off. And yes, those shorts are small. They're so small that I can visually see just how big of a gulp package he has. That's, quite the outfit. I like the ears. Are those felt? Suede? If suede, they could shrink. Did you think about that? Shrinkage. I glance up at Atlas, who is beaming as he says, shrinkage in cold weather is always a concern, but I think I handled it well. Oh God, I didn't mean like that kind of shrinkage. He chuckles. I meant fabric. Fabric on the ears, not the crotch. Wasn't talking about the crotch area at all. Neither was I. He winks and then stuffs his phone away. But if you want to go there, the shorts were incredibly uncomfortable. There was mild chafing, and afterward, I spent the day in pajama pants and nothing else. No underwear, just freeballing it. Oh, nice. I nod, unsure of how to react to such honesty other than begging my brain not to visualize it. I like freeballing it. I mean, not that I have balls. Nope, I have a vagina. Oh my God, stop talking. Wow, you think I have a penis, he says. What a small world. Although from the picture, you can tell there's nothing small about my world. My penis. I rub my forehead. Is this what happens when two random idiots decide to have small talk? So to sum it up, I have a penis, you have a vagina, and we're aware of both things. I think that is correct, I say, looking for the emergency exit to throw myself out of. Frank leans forward, joining in with a hand raised. We have a penis and a vagina over here as well. Dear God in heaven, image. Max, so have you seen a Stellar's J on the property yet? My palms are sweating dangerously against the root beer's metal sides, testing my grip strength. The last 10 minutes have been torture, absolute torture. Once we establish the body parts we have, don't get me started on that. For some reason, I asked if she had any moles, because I told her I thought I had a mole on my thigh this morning, but it turned out to be some of the oatmeal I dropped while eating. She told me she had no moles, but she has a birthmark on her inner thigh in the shape of a seahorse. I replied, fascinating, and then asked if it was a boy or a girl seahorse. She was unsure, so then I said maybe she'd show me sometime and I could be the judge. This caused her cheeks to flush, which made me think of what I said. Then I backtracked and told her I didn't want to peek in her pants. She said she didn't want me peeking in her pants, and then Frank patted me on the shoulder and asked if I needed a lifesaver, because I was drowning. When Story set up this plan, I thought it would be easy. She gave Florence her favorite thing in the world, applesauce, which of course always makes her blow out her diaper. She purposely forgot the second outfit so Betty had to sit next to me. She set it up. Now I'm just crashing and burning. For a second there, when I was showing her a shirtless picture of myself, and I saw the way she took me all in, I thought I was wooing her successfully. I was giving her all the woo, but boy, did that quickly fail. When I give Story the recap, I'll tell her Betty stared at my page and leave it at that. Can't let her think a poop explosion went to waste. What is a Stellar's J? She asks. A bird that has a black head but a bright blue body. They're really pretty, like your eyes, but I will not be saying that. Keep that to yourself, man. No, I haven't explored the property much. You haven't, I ask, my brows turning down, just a little with Uncle Dwight, but I've stayed pretty set in the cottage. But don't you think if you're going to build this amazing farm, you should know more about the property? Don't worry, I see where I'm going wrong here, picking a fight that I should not be picking, but who says they're going to put another person out of business without even knowing the land they're planning to use? Makes no sense to me. The snow is a little much at the moment, she says. Aren't you from Colorado? Yes, but I grew up in Fort Collins, where we don't get as much snow as you get here up in the mountains. Do you ever leave Crinkletown, or are you permanently fixed here, looking to break into innocent people's cottages? My expression falls. Through a clenched jaw, I say, I was not breaking in. I was merely taking a gander, with a crowbar. Steadily, I reply, because of the murderous bears. How many times am I going to have to say that? For life, she answers. For life. Seems like a harsh punishment for a misunderstanding. That was not a misunderstanding. That was you being a creep. I wasn't trying to be a creep, I reply, exasperated. And what if I was naked when you were peeking in? You weren't, but what if I was? She asks, turning toward me. Rolling my eyes, because what it's never pan out well, I say, I would have enjoyed the show. Before I can stop myself, her expression morphs into disgust. Excuse me, oh shit, what I ask, blinking. You said you would have enjoyed the show. Time to backpedal. What show? The naked show. Not sure what naked show you're talking about. I say, playing dumb. My naked show? Are you inviting me to watch a naked show you're putting on? Isn't it a little brazen? Her brow contorts. What? No, I wouldn't want you seeing me naked. Then why are you inviting me to see your show? And for the record, I wouldn't want to see it either. Now she frowns, because that was an insult. Oh, time to backpedal some more. I mean, I would want to see you naked, but only if you were offering to let me see you naked.